Hello again. I want to talk about deception. 5 years ago, I would never have believed that I would use words like the devil or Satan or at all. I would probably have used demonic spirits and dark forces. Another word is the enemy. So it's basically all the they are energy forms, and they are operating on this planet, and they are operating within people. They're just masters of deception, like highly intelligent masters of deception. So the enemy is going to say, come, let's have some fun. You say, gotcha, now you're mine. God is going to say, my child, you have a choice. The enemy's going to say, come with me. Let's, come on. And you go and say, gotcha, now you're mine. God's going to say, my child, you have a choice. The thing is, we can not outsmart God, but we can outsmart the enemy. The only thing is that, depending upon, of course, the culture that you grew up in and the family that you grew up in and the school system that you grew up in and all kinds of influences on your life, is that most of us are not even aware of what kind of negative influences our lives. And once you start understanding it, it's like, wow. So take television, for example. Repetition is another thing. What you hear again and again and again. Like, everyone is watching television. That must be fine. It's totally accepted. And all those series, do they come from God? Do they come from kindness and compassion and unity and love and mercy? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And it influences us. We're being exposed to the enemy daily, thinking it's good for us. And then you add to that the video games, also what you can find on social media, and as long as the God feeling within is taken away from you, maybe it's taken away from us, maybe even from childhood, we're going to spend most of our lives trying to fill up that hole inside of us. Because God is not there anymore. We've been trained to follow the enemy. We've been trained to think that, oh, I'm just going to get drunk this weekend and everything will be fine. Oh, I just need to buy this and buy that. Everything will be fine. From what I hear now, drugs is becoming like normal. Weekend drugs among normal young people. Then I'm going to feel fine. We're trying hard to feel God inside. Whereas it's temporary and you need more of it. Pornography, like, yeah, oh, doesn't that feel good? For how long? Do you need more of it? It's because you don't have God inside of you, like the Holy Spirit inside of you. I'm no different from nobody, or I mean, I've lived a decent life, but as a young person, I'd get drunk with my friends and just slowly but surely, you know, being so influenced by my surroundings that I almost sort of lost the sense of myself. I mean, that's my journey. And today I can see how my life has been perfectly orchestrated. I mean, the training has been superb, excellent for me to do what I'm doing today. It hasn't been easy, but I don't want to go there anymore. It was what it was, and I'm here today talking about it. I mean, even to open our eyes to what the enemy is doing to our young children from an early age, trained to think in a certain way, to act in a certain way, to accept things. And the way that an abusive person works is repetition, 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 and then it's like stepping over a border little by little by little, allowing more and more and more, slowly over time, allowing more and more and more. Take these past 50 years, what you see on TV today, in movies today, that it was unthinkable 50 years ago. That is the enemy allowing influences. It influences us. It influences our hearts, our souls, the way we act in the world, the way that we are towards each other. Now, there's a huge wave of people on this planet who are taking back like their divine connection to God. And that is by saying no to the enemy and becoming aware of how strong that enemy is and the stronghold it's got on the people. I'm saying this out of like a deep felt concern. Start questioning and pray for discernment. Ask for information. See behind things what we're being exposed to and what we expose our children to. Like, take back that innocence. I mean, what happened to innocence? Yeah. Well, I guess that those were the words about deception. This video was a little longer than I guess it's as long as it's supposed to be. So take back your life, take back your soul and your heart. I mean, it's worth it. We're all gonna die one day. And what do I want to think back on my deathbed? Yeah. I want to feel good about my life. I want to feel good about the things I did. Okay. Take care out there. Stay away from the enemy, because the enemy's gonna say, gotcha. Now you're mine. But God's gonna say, my child, you have a choice.